A mi prenda la...
Ay, tío. Ay, tío. Ay, tío. Chavales, creo que... A ver si estoy ganando, sí, chavales.
The edge of zone, depending on where Phaser and King box up, but not only that, Phaser King, they have to close out on that exchange because they spent so much time not getting early search tags.
Take a look at what's happened here. Aviv already has an elimination.
Aquí llevan una kill, ojo. Me acabo de dar cuenta que Buga ya lleva una kill. A ver, voy a dejar mi micrófono acá porque me tapa la kill. Como que no me entero. Y se escucha bien, ¿verdad?
Into the zone here, being held out now by Buga and Aviv. They're going to Flowberry Fizz.
Diablo.
Take a look at the highlight. Aviv
¿A ver la kill? Ah, bueno, pero estaba retocado. Güey, Aviv, ¿cómo juega Aviv? Dios mío. Ojo, Peterbot, tiene que sacar algo de Surge. Hoy me estoy meando. Gente, vuelvo rápido, que me estoy haciendo pipí. Me estoy meando la cola.
A little bit more set up this time around, but Peterbot going to find himself momentarily chopped, and Pollo, the only intention from this duo currently is to secure this forecast tower, and with nobody else in sight, Pollo and Peterbot have just unlocked knowledge for every future zone this game, but now they have to make
Directo del FNCS. Chavales. ¡Qué puta ¿Toquito en internet? ¿Está aquí? ¿Me gusta y se suben? Directo de la FNCS. Directos de la FNCS. Joder, tío. Que se ponga, tío. Un momento, ahora cuando se ponga... Eso.
Padilla has just been on fire today. He is not willing to budge. The moment that he sees an opening, he is immediately shooting back and typically winning out on some of those exchanges, and now he's able to overtake the high ground because of the damage that he applied on the bolts just now. But Reason, the moment he starts to crank up, another team in the distance, a solo even, potentially threatening his position. Got a few shots in, but Bryce Bolts potentially not fully aware of the damage that Reason just absorbed. And they're gonna choose to actually sit into the low ground and wait for a new opportunity to see if they can engage yet again with the Germans.
Reason and Padilla playing a dangerous game here, though. A lot of these walls are not theirs. They're sitting in all this Bolts and Bryce territory. Now they have successfully infiltrated, if you will, this base here and taken over a good portion of it. Bryce is looking like he might be going for the edit out. If I've ever seen one, it's definitely getting set up. They recognize what's happening, and for that reason, jump back down.
Again, though, this is a lot of time being spent from both sides, and we've already seen a lot of teams here today struggling with some of these surge thresholds and maintaining damage that puts them in a position where they can just be comfortable on their rotates. And the longer these fights draw out, the easier it is for other duos to get ahead of you, to look back, take shots, prevent you from entering a solid position inside of the zone. And Baka and Pars, a little bit more so in control, surge base inside of the heart of Nitrodrome. They've got a couple of white heals collected at the top of their base. Meanwhile, finally getting a little peek into what Cold and Acorn have been up to. Relatively quiet day so far, but we heard it first from Acorn. He's after that trophy.
Day 2 team, still yet to show us it today. A couple of points slipping down here from Acorn and Cold. You know, these things do happen. The adjustments being made by the other opponents have surely affected their strategy. But they will have to continue to adjust here, continue to make up for it. Boog and Aviv seem to be on a faster track here today as well. see what's going on here. So from one fight to a potential other, they're just getting situated. Seems like they found their home for now.
Slight gift as well. An extra bottle of Flowberry Fizz now to work with. Steve and Booga just want to make sure that they establish as much of a foundation as possible. Got a decent position inside of the zone, so don't need to make any risky plays when you're sitting with as much surge damage as they were, 333 above. But Acorn Cold tapping back in. It's Sato. They managed to find him yet again, but it's actually going to be Damo on the other side of the walls. Lot of traction picking up here. It's outside of Sandy Steps and Acorn Cold. They're looking to collect. Cold still barreling down onto Cal Gamer, but just above, the backup has arrived, and Cold, he's going to have to disengage.
Yeah, Taman out of nowhere here, diving across, trying to get into this fight. Acorn and Cold almost had a set of eliminations waiting for them, but due to Clicks and Vino shooting in at the box when they initiated, everything went downhill for a moment there. And now they're just trying to find a tag as they're below the surge, so they're in honestly desperate situation here.
At the same time, Acorn tries to take the walls there, but instead it's gonna be Cal and Amon doing what they can, but again, Cold getting a little bit too much foot traffic here. Cal still holding his position firm. He doesn't have his duo any longer, but Clicks, Veno, they got the shots that they needed to. They know that they can third party this, no problem. Cold, he's so weakened as is. Cal just below, two separate solos that Veno and Clicks could look to collect on.
Yeah, they've definitely started to change their focus in purely onto Cold now as they send him running. Now looking to see if they can pick up the spoils of the loot from Acorn, but nothing just yet, as they're kind of lost in this mix, and little do they know there is an Antilex and Sato here, right? So that team hasn't made any noise now, but look at that. They do secure the gear here. Very nice pickup for them. If nothing else, it was damage and new loot.
They basically just got to reap all the benefits of these exchanges that Acorn and Cold had initially established. And Cold, yet again, caught off guard, was trying to keep himself tucked away, but Cal gets the job done. At the very least, he'll have those two solid eliminations onto Acorn and Cold to work with, but he knows he's likely not safe for a whole lot longer here, because Veno and Clicks, they've got an idea. They heard those shots go off. They're waiting for Cal to surface from these builds. But at the same time, they also kind of want to get a move on because they don't want to get stuck in the storm for too much longer here.
Yeah, it seems like Vino's going to give the call out here. Let's just get out, play smart. Clicks going to have to stop and heal for a second. They're going to huddle up together. Cal Gamer will live to see another day. Very, very close engagement there.
I always think it's so impressive how every single time we check in with Queasy and Thomas HD today, it just seems like they have so much surge, and for good reason, but somebody who wishes they had a little bit of backup at this point. Kovacs just lost his duo to King, and this exchange has been trailing them ever since the Rebels roost. King and Phaser have refused to leave Kovacs and Huddy alone, but now Kovacs as a solo, he's got to deal with the likes of Breet and Ritual to his east, and not only that, but a collection of duos slightly west of his current position. A late rotate is going to be a necessity if he wants to power his way through here, but some of the shots that he's applying, he knows he needs to get that damage just above threshold, and still exposing his position. It's a risky engage.
Moving to Beat on the other side. Find their way to the new zone. The half in, half out already revealed. They're below the surge, though. They will have to find a duo or land on someone shortly, and from their sights, there isn't anyone nearby. There it is. Finally, they see a fresh build. It's going to be Teeny, and it's a single box, so the confidence is surging here, but Booga damage first. No extra heals. This is all around disastrous, right, for Booga and Aviv right now. And it's only a matter of moments. They will have to do something shortly. Meanwhile, Huddy already out. Kovacs below the surge as well. Will fall here shortly if he can't find a tag now. But Reek finds it instead, and that's your fifth place team now. Consistency tossed down for once. And it's looking like a repeat performance of yesterday for Huddy and Kovacs.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to really be able to bulldoze your way as a solo through Ritual of all duos. Peterbot and Boyo, though, this is the furthest we've seen them make it all day today, so they're clearly trying to ramp up for a big performance here in the 9th lobby, but Flix and Benno, on the other hand, they've got Gears and Sherry in their sights. They've got a very efficient cutoff, but more importantly still, they need more damage. It's gonna take them some time, but finally Clicks will connect. 77 above though. Damage threshold just continuing to threaten so many of our teams here today.
Yeah, if you were hoping to get lucky with Peterbot and Boyo, that already happened, right? Like 2 games, unprecedented. Doesn't happen often for them not to be in the end game. So this is everyone's chance now. The playing field has been even, nicely done by Aviv here. Not only did he actually pick up and save Booga, but he manages to find damage to keep them in the game and enough damage on the duo to have them to stop peeking so they can rotate, but it is not looking good for Aviva and Booga. I don't know what more we can expect of them, but there are a lot of duos there. Toyota and Mapoli, the strongest Asian duo from day number 1. They finished in 10th, so they came in today with a lot to live up to, but have fallen a bit short now up against the likes of Aviv and Booga here. What can Ping and Walks do?
There's ever a time to prove himself, it's now for Aviv, but he has so little HP to work with. But he has plenty of targets surrounding him. Booga, though, just too low for the count. Sato's gonna find him. Aviv trying to go massive now to Reed. A little bit of spoiler, getting some tags and cracking those shields. But the fact of the matter is, Aviv and Booga, they squeeze their way into the top 10, but they still go down for it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Thomas HD, you see there.
Peterbot, Pollo, sí, lo veo. Están por aquí, está por.
Just racking up eliminations, damage, everything that you could be hoping for. And there's another one onto K Shoto outside of the zone here, trying to make their late rotates. Clicks, it is not looking good for him at the moment as he's also in the storm right now. Vino is down. This is just a desperate spot to be in.
Flix, if anything, was just hoping to play for maybe another elimination at the end of the day, though. He's only got a little bit of sliver of HP to work with, but it's just enough. He might be able to clutch out at least 1 or 2 more placements if he can just stay hidden, fully concealed from the rest of the lobby. Only 3 builds, though, MDF. I fear we're looking at the beginning of the end.
Yeah, it's definitely looking really close here. 8 HP for Clicks, 3 mats to work with, late on the rotate here, barely above the surge. It's just so tough. But he's staying alive here, earning little bits of placement, right? All this does start to add up here. Finds Mapoli, very weak. Almost gets an elimination there. Someone else ends up stealing it, but still, he's in the game right now, holding on.
He's at least got that 33 damage above the threshold. But again, MD